What's up, everyone? I'm going to do a VOD review for a Delta Threats team. I'm going to do a couple individual ones. I'm going to start with Bruticus, main tank. Or playing some tank. I don't remember what he plays the whole round here on Volskaya. But he starts on Rein, so we'll be looking at him first. And I'm going to be trying to create a couple little videos like this for each of the individual players, so they can have some things to look back on. Okay, so let's start watching. Not worried about comms in these reviews, not worried about team compositions a lot. Gonna more focus on individual things as much as I can. Probably get carried away into macro stuff anyway, but whatever. I'm gonna break my own rule here really quick. Okay, so if you're playing against if you're playing Brawl or some sort of Brawl variant into some sort of dive variant, you want to try and force them to you, right? The easiest way to do it is through applying point pressure, right? And then whoever drops or whoever jumps into your backline or looks to contest you is when you look to pressure, right? So as you're rotating, you should be checking like, okay, first of all, am I in between the damage, right? So am I in between, as a tank, am I in between the damage that's going for my supports, right? So you need to be careful about that. Where is your position in relation to your supports while you're in rotation? That's important to look at, okay? So we'll go back and look at that really quick, and then we'll talk about you guys forcing point here. Also, I'm not sure what level this is at. It's probably like plat-ish, so there. Right, so you want to be pushing through here, right? Look how split your Ana is, or you are from your Ana. Look where your junk is, right? You're with your Lucio, which is good, right? But you guys all need to be going together, right? So as soon as this monkey drops onto your Ana, or as soon as the Zarya drops, then you're in range to swing, okay? But just when you're making a rotation, you want to make sure that you are in between the damage source. So if the Zarya is up here and you guys are rotating through here, your Ana is literally on you, so you can shield her. And then you're rotating up, shielding, shielding, shielding. Ana's behind you. You're over here shielding for this example that we're using, right? So you're here shielding the Zarya, and then Ana would be back here. She's behind you, right? So her position rotates around the Zarya, and you are always want to be in between the Ana and the Zarya for this example, okay? So let's continue to watch. You guys want to force some point. Pretty lucky they don't kill anyone except your Lucio. You want to play slow here because you have that. Yep. Okay. Always be careful when you're playing Storm, but you don't want to be fire striking into a hack. Okay. So that's really risky. Once you force a team into this position, you put people point. So your junk is playing point now, and you're probably gonna play this corner, right? So you're gonna play in between this corner, so you're applying point pressure, and this corner, so you're keeping them in here, right? And over here is gonna be better because you're using more of the cover, right? And in order for them to shoot you or to contest you, they have to swing wide like this, which makes them more vulnerable, okay? So thinking about your natural cover here, right? If you stand in the middle here, all of your shield is exposed, and your shield's gonna break much quicker. If you're over here, you're still shielding part of point, you're still shielding part of the door, you're still shielding people behind you, right? But you're not showing all of it, because if you're sitting there, they can sit pretty safely back here on the stairs and still spam and get shield damage, right? So using cover before shields. Just the typical rule for any character is you should always be using your resources after cover, right? Cover is infinite, right? Use the corners, use cover, so you don't have to use resources, and shield health is a resource, right? Don't have to use nade, don't have to use sleep, don't have to use bubble, don't have to use defense matrix, whatever, right? Ice block, wraith, all those things. Okay, goes for every single character. So I'd be looking at your shield health right now. Right now you should be dropping your shield. Okay. So there's the fire strike into the hack that you need to be careful about, right? You just want to be able to flash your shield so you can break the hack, and that's going to give you lots of value. You're still stuffing here. Okay. The thing that I wanted to note was your shield health, right? Right here, it's fine, right? As you go back up to 400, it's not. You should be dropping this, right? They don't have right? You need to be wary of Zen damage and then Ana abilities and then hacks. Those are the 3 things you need to be wary of right now, right? But if you have no shield, you can't block sleep, you can't block hacks, you can't block nades, you can't block the Zen burst damage, right? But right now you have 500 shield health, but you have 400 actual HP, right? A pretty safe rule when you're trying to learn shield management is whenever you have armor, drop your shield and then use your armor to soak up that damage because it's efficient. Once you lose all your armor, then use your shield again. It's a very just easy way of remembering it when you're starting to learn shield management a bit more, okay? Because I want you dropping your shield here so you can let it recharge and using your health pool, which your healers can heal up, obviously. That way getting them all charged, giving you more efficiency out of your entire health pool. Just stuff them inside. Right? You're running brawl, they're running dive. You're forcing them to point. As soon as they come to point, you're just wail on them, right? That's what you want to do. This is fine because the fight's already won, pretty much. Okay, you have Earth Shatter. So looking at shield health a lot here. Like even as okay. Yeah, we're focusing on shield health here. There's like no reason for you to be hard shielding this. Right? Like you're not in a rush right now, sure, because your Zarya is still back there. But it's still a good habit. Like this is time for you to practice shield hopping. And if you don't know what shield hopping is, it's essentially shielding while you're midair. So you're walking forward and then you jump, and then as you're midair, you shield so that your shield is up for that period of time, but you maintain the momentum so that you keep going and you don't lose much speed, but you're still shielding. Right? There isn't a lot of like major threats that you're shielding from. The Zen isn't here. They don't have a Widow. Right? They're not going to take a ton of spam. There's not a lot of reason for you to be hard shielding this. Okay? You're playing dive, so getting a shatter on the Zarya after she self bubbles or after Genji or on like Genji or Sombra is totally viable as long as you can secure it. Again, let's keep going back and looking at the shield health, shield management. Big focus of this one. Alright. Even there, you kind of, again, hard shield in. You were getting amped, so it looked like you were going faster. But that would be another spot where you should be shield hopping. Looking to catch resources on your shield and trying to take space as fast as possible. You're not paying attention to the hack, which is a big problem. You need to be ready to flash shield for that. Fight's over, reset. Alright. But whenever you need to cover a lot of distance and you don't need to hard shield because there isn't like a lot of pick potential, like Widow, Hanzo, Ashe, Junk, Zen you need to be careful of, Ana again you need to be careful of, but right? Yeah, like this is good, no reason for you to be shielding. Right, start walking up. Why is everyone in front of you? You were the second to last person to go. This is not okay. You need to go high ground to push them off. This is fine. You just don't go high ground. Again, like while you're sitting here, what are you shielding? Nothing. Right? If you're not shielding anything, then your shield shouldn't be up. Where's there Sombra on that one? Where'd she hack you from? You should just back up to cover. Yup. Why are you running away from your healers? Why are you running away from your healers? There's no reason for you to be back this far. Your healers are alive. They're with you. Right? You guys are winning the fight. You're up. Running back here is a waste of time. Right? Pay attention to your health pool. Pay attention to where your supports are. Right? And you have full shield through this. Right? So you get rehacked, which is shitty. You go to the corner, which is good. Right? But at this point, you should be like, oh, I'm getting healed. Right? Just like little things. It's gone, reset, cool. Paying a lot of attention to shield health management here. So, there's no reason for you guys to be up here, but you as a main tank are leading charge, so you should not be up here. Okay. There's no reason for you to walk past this threshold while you're still waiting for someone from the spawn. No reason. Right? Especially a healer. But I think you guys are waiting for two people, because one person's in spawn and one hasn't spawned yet. Yeah, Chaos hasn't spawned yet. Right? There's no reason for you to be here. All it does is lead you open to get hacked and spammed, which means EMP, easy farm, or to get farmed for Nano Blade, right? Or if their Zen is up here, then that's free trance charge, but whatever, right? This is not good for you. There's no reason for you to be here. Right. You're just taking spam, feeding all charge at this point. Like, whenever you are playing versus a flanker or someone who can threaten your backline, you have to play close together, right? So your Ana, let's use your Ana as an example, right? Ana, Doom, Junk, yeah, those three. You want to play close to them, otherwise the Sombra is going to farm them in rotation, okay? You know she's going to do that because it's a fucking Sombra, you know that, right? But also, she's been doing it this whole map, this whole round, and she did it on other maps as well, right? So you should be paying attention to that. If you start a rotation too soon, you're leaving them out to dry, right? You start pushing up here, there's more space for the Sombra to be back here and to hack someone back here and get a pick, and now you're in no position to help them, right? Don't push forward unless you have everyone with you. Unless you have a reason to push forward. There's no reason for you to push forward that early. Okay, Sombra keeps hacking you. You need to be paying more attention to her. Like, as a team, but also as an individual, you should be like, okay, I'm just gonna 180 flick. Right? No reason. Again, why are you hard shielding? You should be shield hopping. What are you shielding here? Sombra, okay, but now you missed your elevator up. You missed the elevator again. Okay, if you're playing against dive, you have to clear this high ground off. You cannot leave it. You guys should push up here and force them off. Otherwise, they're just going to free farm you. Right? If you walk to point and there's already sitting up here high charge, you think she's going to shoot you? No, she's going to melt your back line. Right? Your Ana tries to help you with you go point and tries to come with you. She's going to get destroyed by the Zarya. If the Zarya doesn't kill her, then the Zarya is being stupid. Right? You have to clear this off. Okay? And this is what, like the third time you've missed the elevator? It's not okay. Right? You keep throwing these fire strikes out that are like, they're not really getting you value and they're messing you up. Right? There was the fire strike into the hack, and this is like the second fire strike that missed the elevator. Right? That time you jumped off because you're gonna go deal with the nail blade. That's fine. Like, that doesn't matter. Right? But you're missing it before the fight starts. They're engaging outside of this choke because you guys are taking forever and you're just sitting here. If you guys just sit here forever, they're not gonna do anything. You're not gonna win. Right? You're not forcing ults out of them. They don't even need to engage this early. Right? They can, and they're doing it, and it's good, but they don't need to. Again, your Zarya is just coming back from spawn. Why are you up here? Right? I mean, Ana's at a position too. Like, I think she was alive sooner, but why are you pushing up with the rest of your team? Like, again. Right? You charge here. Right? Wait. Wait. Your Zarya's in spawn. Wait. The more space you take, the more you open up your backline to get pressured by a flanker or someone on an off angle. And then you're just like hard shielding us. There's no reason to. Didn't take that elevator up either, and then again, not a worthwhile fire strike. You already have Shadow, you don't need to build it. Right? It's not like a worthwhile fire strike, it's just it's another weird fire strike. I was gonna pick on that, but your Ana would have died if you didn't. She still died anyway, but it was an attempt to save your Ana. And if it wasn't, then it was a bad shatter. But that's what it looked like to me. So I'm gonna let that one go. But the fire strike missed, which was weird. Why are you hard shielding? Just go die, reset. You're just stalling yourself out. Like, this goes for everyone. If you have an ability to keep yourself alive, shield, ice block, DM, wraith, fade, orb, nade, and the fight is over and it's like a 5v1, don't use it on yourself. Especially if you need to get back, like a last fight situation like this. Like, there's no reason. You're just staggering yourself out, stalling it longer, making it harder for your team to touch and to win a fight. You need to touch, that pins, whatever. Yeah. Right? But like that resource thing goes to everyone. You're just staggering yourself. The fight is lost. It's obviously lost. You're down 4, you're down 5. Just reset. Right? The only reason that like it's even arguable that you should use some of those abilities, some, not all of them, not shielding, not defense, make sure it's not fade, whatever, is if you're getting stall, like if you're on defense and you're stalling like a payload or something, right? Or if you can squeeze a little bit of ult charge out of it. But even then, you want to make sure that it's not like you're not staggering yourself for 5 to 10 seconds and then you just lose an extra fight because of it. And you get like what, like 5% extra ult charge? Right? Don't use your defensive abilities to stay alive if the fight is lost, especially if you have ult, especially if you need to touch, and if you're not doing anything like stalling a point, it's pointless, right? You're reducing your own team's fight. Anyway, looked a lot at the shield management. So shield hopping, shielding useless things, waiting for your team, check on them. Just do 180s, right? Just do quick 180s. If you don't know how to shield hop, then you should go practice it. There's lots of videos on it. Like, it's a really simple thing. So every Rein player should know how to shield hop, right? Especially if you want to climb, because you don't want to be like this is actually a really good example. Like here, you don't want to be hard shielding from here all the way up to the half wall here, right up to the elevator. Like, that takes so long, right? If you need to shield, you should be shield hopping and just running along and then catching damage with your shield as it comes, catching a sleep, catching meaningful damage, catching like a widow shot or whatever. Like, you don't want to have to hard shield this entire way. Like, if there's a widow looking here and you need to, then yeah, you need to, right? But they don't have a widow in this case, right? And you're just hard shielding in a lot of weird places. So hard shielding, when to, when not to, right? Think about it. If you're not blocking anything, you're not blocking any important damage, or you're not blocking any of your backline, you're not protecting them, why are you shielding? Shield hop so you can conserve your resources, right? Positioning, so like even I think in here you were like kind of positioned here, which is again good, right? Because you're using like half this while you're only showing half your shield, right? So you're using less shield resources. Use cover before shield, right? Use cover before resources in general, right? So that's good, but keep thinking about that. Everyone should think about that. Yeah, and again, just like this high ground, you just need to force them off, right? Don't use fire strikes if you don't need ult charge. If you can reach them, if it's not going to be meaningful damage, right? If you have earth shatter and you're striking from this distance, and there's a somber around that keeps hacking you, it's not worth it, right? Because they see it coming, they just jump out of the way, or they deflect it, and they have deflect up by the time you're back in the fight anyway, right? Not a meaningful fire strike, right? It just opens you up to getting hacked, to take damage, to getting farmed, right? Or for your backline to get shot, right? What if the Zen was up here and he released a volley as you were fire striking? Or what if the Ana threw a sleep dart as you were fire striking, right? So some things you need to think about. Shield management, shield hopping, positioning in relation to shield usage, blah, blah, blah. All that extra shit. Okay. Hopefully this was somewhat helpful. I'm trying to keep these relatively short. Let me know if this helped, or if you have any questions. This goes to anyone, or it goes to Bruticus, and specifically, but if anyone has questions, comment or DM me on Discord or whatever you need to do. All right, peace.